Hello, friends. Welcome to a legal series on Nepal's bilateral or international relations. On this episode, I'm presenting the Treaty of Peace and Friendship between the Government of India and the Government of Nepal. So let's begin. The Treaty of Peace and Friendship between the Government of India and the Government of Nepal. Kathmandu, 31st July 1950, the Government of India and the Government of Nepal are recognizing the ancient ties which have happily existed between the two countries, desiring still further to strengthen and develop these ties and to perpetuate peace between the two countries, have resolved therefore to enter into a treaty of peace and friendship with each other, and have for this purpose appointed as their plenipotentiaries the following persons, namely the Government of India, His Excellency Sri Chandrasur Prasad Narayan Singh, Ambassador of India in Nepal; to the Government of Nepal, Mohan Shamsher Janga Bahadur Rana, Maharaja, Prime Minister and Supreme Commander-in-Chief of Nepal, who, having examined each other's credentials and found them good and in due form, have agreed as follows. Article 1. There shall be everlasting peace and friendship between the Government of India and the Government of Nepal. The two governments agree mutually to acknowledge and respect the complete sovereignty, territorial integrity, and independence of each other. Article 2. The two governments hereby undertake to inform each other of any serious friction or misunderstanding with any neighboring state likely to cause any breach in the friendly relations subsisting between the two governments. Article 3. In order to establish and maintain the relations referred to in Article 1st, the two governments agree to continue diplomatic relations with each other by means of representatives with such staff as is necessary for the due performance of their functions. The representatives and such of their staff as may be agreed upon shall enjoy such diplomatic privileges and immunities as are customarily granted by international law on a reciprocal basis, provided that in no case shall these be less than those granted to the persons of a similar status of any other state having diplomatic relations with either government. Article 4. The governments are the two governments agreed to appoint consuls general, consuls, vice consuls, and other consular agents who shall reside in towns, ports, and other places in each other's territory as may be agreed to. Consuls general, consuls, vice consuls, and consular agents shall be provided with exequaturs and other valid authorization of their appointment. Such exequatur or authorization is liable to be withdrawn by the country which issued it, if considered necessary. The reasons for the withdrawal shall be indicated wherever possible. The persons mentioned above shall enjoy on a reciprocal basis all the rights, privileges, exemptions, and immunities that are accorded to persons of corresponding status of any other state. Article 5. The Government of Nepal shall be free to import from or through the territory of India arms, ammunition, or warlike material and equipment necessary for the security of Nepal. The procedure for giving effect to this arrangement shall be worked out by the two governments acting in consultation. Article 6. Each government undertake, in token of the neighborly friendship between India and Nepal, to give to the nationals of the other in its territory national treatment with regard to participation in industrial and economic development of such territory, and to grant of concessions and contracts relating to such development. Article 7. The governments of India and Nepal agree to grant on a reciprocal basis to the nationals of one country in the territories of the other the same privileges in the matter of residence, ownership of property, participation in trade and commerce, movement, and other privileges of similar nature. Article 8. So far as matters dealt with herein are concerned, this treaty cancels all previous treaties, agreements, and engagements entered into on behalf of India between the British government and the government of Nepal. Article 9. This treaty shall come into force from the date of signature by both governments. Article 10. This treaty shall remain in force until it is terminated by either party by giving 1 year's notice, done in duplicate at Kathmandu, this 31st day of July 1950, signed by Chandrasur Narayan Singh for the government of India, Mohan Sher Jang Bahadur Rana for the government of Nepal. So this was the end of Indo-Nepal Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1950. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel for more regular updates like this. Goodbye for now.